This will begin by reading of the standard works. We are going to start with the Old Testament. Genesis, chapter 1. God creates this earth and its heaven and all forms of life in 6 days. Creative acts of each day set forth. God creates man, both male and female, in his own image. Man given dominion over all things and commanded to multiply and fill the earth. Of course, this is a very well-known chapter, so probably not going to have too much of a commentary here, but let us see. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. Now, I do want to pause here real quick. You'll note that in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. And then on day 2, he creates the firmament and calls it heaven. The firmament, of course, is a reference to the atmosphere. And it says here in the footnotes on that the word firmament can also be translated as an expanse. And so we have two different meanings of the word heaven here. We have the heavens, which is the earth and I would say the solar system, the stars and stuff. And then you have the firmament, which is also heaven or the atmosphere. It's also interesting to note that at this time there was something dividing the water above from the water below so that they didn't mix. At this time, there was no rainfall. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass and herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the 4th day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and the morning were the 5th day. You got to step backwards. A lot of people can make the claim that according to the creation, light was created after plants, and so it can't work because plants need the light, and they need light. And so since the sun and the moon and the stars are created the day after plants are, they say that the creation story can't be true. The problem with that is that light itself was actually created on the first day. Let there be light. He didn't create the sun and the moon, but there was some source of light in existence shining on this earth from day one. We don't know what that light was, but we know it was there. And yes, it says he placed the lights in the firmament, which he has already described, which I said was the atmosphere. And the sun and moon are not in the atmosphere. But when we look up from the earth, they appear to be in the atmosphere. We see them as part of the sky. And so it is not the literal position that is being described, but the appearance of them that is being described. Got to keep that in mind. Let us continue. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Now, I would like to point out also here, this something that's always intrigued me. So the living creature after his kind, cattle, creeping thing, and beast. What is this? Why do we get the three? We got the domesticated animals, the large wild animals, and the insects. Possibly also snakes, things that crawl, snakes, lizards, insects. Three different general classifications. Just like in the on the previous day, not on day 5. What is that? On the previous day, day 5, yeah. You have the fish and the fowls, the fish and birds. Water creatures, creatures that fly. Land creatures that are large wild creatures, domesticated creatures, and insects or crawling things. 5 different classifications of animals. I find that very interesting. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Now, I'll make a future video talking about the creation of man here, where it says he created him, male and female, all that. I do have something to say, but it would take too long for this particular video. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. One last note there. All animals ate fruit. Or ate plants. They ate the fruit of plants. There was no death. There was no carnivores in the original creation, because nothing died. And in order to eat an animal, you have to kill it. And since you couldn't kill it, everything ate plants. And they didn't kill the plants. They ate the fruit. Very interesting. But that is Genesis chapter 1.